So for those of you who have not seen the Deadpool trailer, what are you doing? No, stop watching this video right now, okay? Okay, just stop, no. Go watch it right here. Here, I'll even link it right up here, right up in this vicinity of places, okay? Go watch, I'll wait for you. Just go watch it now, because it's awesome. It's full of awesome Deadpoolness. Just go watch it, okay? Okay. Now that you've watched it, what's going on, guys? I got Wednesday's upload going for you all. It is a RU match here against this guy I found in the PO server on Pokemon Online because, well, Smokin' no longer has a server on PO. But his name is none other than Drying Pan, which cracks me up because, you know, remember that little clip from,
Oh no, it's raining!
Hey, I know. I'll use my trusty frying pan as a drying pan.
Yeah, that one. It's so funny. Yeah, I'm just going to get the team preview up and going right about now. And yeah, so this is pretty much just a brand new RU team I decided to create, mainly focusing around using both Nidoqueen and Escavalier because they were both bumped down to RU, and also trying to make it so Feraligatr can come on and like sweep the majority of the team. And then the other three are just mainly around there just to counter certain threats and build support. So got Hariyama, kind of a special defensive Whirlwind set, and Manectric with a Scarf, and then Calm Mind Mesprit just because I want some that hit hard, really hard on the special side. And yeah, but looking at his team, the only really big issues I'm seeing right now are mostly just the Magmortar, the not really the Escavalier, the Alomomola, and the Amoonguss. Just because Alomomola and Amoonguss make the most frustrating core of defenses to break in lower tiers. It's absurd, but I feel as soon as I get rid of that Alomomola, because that thing will just stop wishing and passing and doing all those shenanigans, I'm feeling I'm going to be able to handle myself pretty darn well. And yeah, other than that, no, nothing really scares me too much. So yeah, I'm just gonna get the battle rolling. So he's going to lead off with his Magmortars. I lead off with my Nidoqueen here. I'm just going to go for the Earth Power, not really thinking too much, but he just switches out expecting that. Straight into his Rotom Cut here. And I'm going to switch out here, bring in my Escavalier on the expected Leaf Storm, which does happen on this turn. I'm thinking to myself, okay, I know for a fact that a majority of his team will not like taking any hit that Escavalier has to go for, so I just launch a Mega Horn right there, and I'm feeling, oh crap, he got a burn with the Flame Body! Ugh. Great, so I have to switch out now, bring in my Hariyama here on the expected Fire Blast, but he lands a crit, which is a pain in the butt. So I'm going to have to essentially rest off here, go for a Force Palm first, then rest off this turn, as he brings in this Alomomola right here and there, and then he just goes for the Wish. And now I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm going to switch out now, bring in my Nidoqueen once more as he switches back into his Magmortar. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, I mean, he can't rescore that much. Well, it turns out that actually half of Alomola's HP is the equivalent of all of Magmortars. So, yeah, so I'm thinking to myself, okay, he's probably going to expect the Earth Power again, so I'm going to go for the Flamethrower, crank out that hit on the incoming Rotom Cut now, and I go for another Flamethrower as he switches back into his Magmortar. He misses, though, this turn with the Fire Blast, which makes up for the crit and Flame Body hacks he got earlier, but he does go for the Psychic here, which is a little bizarre. It's something you don't normally see on Magmortars these days, but hey, it's a good way to counter Nidoqueen, I suppose. And knowing that I really don't want to take another one, I'm going to switch into Escavalier, but he easily sees that coming a mile away, cranks out that Fire Blast, and absolutely decimates my Escavalier. So, in all honesty, it kind of stinks that I don't have him anymore, but whatever. I know for a fact that as soon as he switches out, he's going to die in Stealth Rocks next turn. So, I'm going to bring in my Manectric now this turn. I'm going to go for the Flamethrower here because I have a feeling that Fire will hit a lot of his team for a decent amount of damage here, and I know for a fact I'll see an Electric type move coming a mile away. So I'm just going to go for the Flamethrower, kill off the Rotom Cut, as now he brings in his Amoonguss, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'll probably want to go for the Spore, so I'm just going to bring in something to absorb it, which would be Hariyama, because he does have Sleep Talk. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to rest off, unfortunately get that rest, which does stink. But this turn what I'm going to try and do here is Sleep Talk now, hopefully get either a Whirlwind or a Force Palm, but instead I just get the Force Palm, which is alright. I mean, it doesn't do too much to the Escavalier here on this turn. And he goes for the sub, so I'm thinking, well, what could be? Oh, he has a Swords Dance. Oh boy, well, thankfully though I do wake up this turn and I am able to lay off the Whirlwind, so just easily able to blow away his Escavaliers +2, which is really good, otherwise I would have been quite terrified. And anyway, Amoonguss comes back and he's just going to spore me. I go for the Sleep Talk this turn because I thought Hariyama was naturally slower than Amoonguss, but apparently he's not, so yeah, so apparently that kind of failed in my favor, but in any case, I'm just going to keep Hariyama in now. Probably going to go for a Sleep Talking. No, I switch out now. Bring in Nidoqueen on the expected Sludge Bomb this turn. Does literally nothing to me just because I resist it, so that's pretty cool, I guess. I'm going to go for Flamethrower here, gauge how much it does, because I feel like, okay, Sheer plus Flamethrower should do a decent chunk, right? It does 64%, but it is with a critical hit. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, you probably won't want to be able to, you'll probably be able to take the next Flamethrower unless I score another one, so I'm not really going to take that risk. I'm just going to switch out now, bring my Hariyama on the expected into whatever he decided to bring in, which happens to be his Magmar here, but I think he brought that in to be Death Fodder, that way he'd easily bring in his Almastar right now. Get the Shell Smash going right there, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, this is not good. I'm hoping, just as long as I get the Sleep Talk Whirlwind / Force Palm this turn, I'll be perfectly fine, and thankfully I do get that Whirlwind right there. Had he not gotten the Whirlwind, it could have been a completely different match, because it would have been a humongous uphill struggle just trying to take down Almastar, but thankfully I get the Whirlwind right there, which is really nice. And this turn, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to Volt Switch out now, expecting to switch into the Amoonguss right here. No, I switcheroo because I wanted to eliminate the Almola's leftovers, but he sees that. Or, I don't know, it was kind of weird, but pretty much what I'm doing here is I'm giving him back his Black Sludge because I would much rather have Manectric be Choice Locked at +1 speed than losing health to Black Sludge. I mean, I could try and roll around that a little bit, but in all honesty, it's kind of just, it wouldn't work out whatsoever. So in any case, I'm going to bring in Nidoqueen once and more. Go for an Earth Power, gauge how much damage it does, because I'm feeling just another Wish is going to come this way. And this turn, what I should have done was gone for the Flamethrower instead of going for the Earth Power here. Because as you'll see right here, he'll bring in the Escavalier on the predicted Earth Power, live it, and then get pretty much back up to almost full with that Wish passing from Alomomola. So I'm just thinking to myself, I'm literally kicking myself at this point, because I could have easily decimated that thing with a Flamethrower, but whatever. But in any case, now I'm going to go for the Flamethrower this turn as he brings back in his Amoonguss. Takes that pretty darn well just because of Amoonguss' natural base special defense. It's just I'm going to bring back in Hariyama just to again absorb the Spore, because I know that's going to be coming a mile away as he brings in his Almastar now. Now what I'm going to do here again is just go for a Sleep Talk, hopefully land either a Force Palm or a Whirlwind right here. Thankfully, either one hits, I would have been fine just as long as I didn't get a rest there. And as he can clearly tell now, I'm going to wake up here, I'm going to pretty much go for the Sleep Talk because I thought I had another turn of rest on me, but then I remembered, oh wait, I got Sport, so it kind of doesn't work out too well, but whatever. I see the Alomomola coming in now. I'm thinking to myself, okay, he's probably going to want to either Wish or do something, or probably do something. I mean, what else? What, you just sit there and do nothing? No, of course you do something. What am I talking about? But in any case now, he switches back into his Escavalier, and as you can tell, it just easily annihilates my Hariyama there with a critical hit Iron Head, and he's going to be able to get back up to full now. But now I'm thinking to myself, okay, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do this. I'm going to Volt Switch out now into pretty much probably something to tank a Flamethrower, because I have a feeling you might expect that, because I've been playing kind of, I haven't really been showing signs of too much prediction this match. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to Volt Switch out, bring in Mesprit now, Calm Mind, probably Protect, because I'm feeling I'll probably want to see what I want to go for first, and then I'm just going to Calm Mind, launch a T-Bolt right there, absolutely decimate the Alomomola. And now that I have that huge threat out of the way, I've pretty much set myself up for my entire game at this point. Because all I got to do left now is just bring in something for Death Fodder, which is going to unfortunately have to be for Alligator, because I'm realizing, okay, I pretty much have fire types, and like literally the only thing I can see for Alligator being useful for is taking down, to an extent, his Almastar with the Aqua Jet, but even then it's not going to be too much. But as you can see there, I do manage to land the flinch there with the Waterfall, and because I am in Torrent Rage now, I'm able to kill it off the next turn, so that actually is pretty snazzy. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to Crunch, I'm just going to leave him in to die, because I know for a fact I'll definitely want someone else to come in and pretty much torch him with a Flamethrower or Volt Switch out, which I believe this turn, okay, wait, I don't know where I'm going with this, but in any case, I know what I'm talking about, I just can't properly communicate. In any case now, I switch to Nidoqueen here. I want something for Sleep Fodder. I know Nidoqueen's probably going to be the least useful out of the 3 guys I have left, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring in my Manectric here is he brings in his Omastar. I'm going to Volt Switch out now, and then pretty much switch straight into Mesprit, set up 2 Calm Minds, and then end the game with a Psychic right there at +2, because I know for a fact that even despite Moves' awesome base HP and base special defense, it cannot tank a +2 from a Mesprit. So that's essentially what's going to happen right now. So yeah, pretty much nothing too fancy, I just gotta wait for the battle end. This turn here, he does get a critical hit with the Sludge Bomb, and does get the Poison Hack. Thankfully though, it's not enough to take me out, so that's nice. Otherwise, that could have been actually a huge issue if he managed to kill me off with the crit there with the Sludge Bomb. But as you can tell, I'm just gonna kill him off with the Psychic, and I think he probably cut off right there. He knew it was my game no matter what happened, so he just decided to close out here without showing signs of fainting. But that's essentially the match, and good game, Mr. Drying Pan person, and yeah. If you enjoyed my content, guys, and you want to check out more of my material, you can always rate, comment, subscribe, and this is Infinite Trials here saying peace out, show, and have a good one.